feels like Christmas in September, I guess you'd say. Christmas came early because I finally got my legs. It's been about 4 years since I've been able to walk unassisted. That's without a cane or walker. Most of the time I've been in a wheelchair, but the day's here. Actually, the day was a couple of days ago, but things were really crazy and I couldn't upload at first. So it's been a couple of days, but they're here. Still excited. I want to show you guys the legs. What ends up happening, for those that don't know, when it comes to legs, it's a lot like getting a new car. You get an SUV if you want more space. You get a sports car if you want something smaller and faster. It's really the same thing with the legs. You have some legs that are great for some things and not so good for others, and vice versa. The leg I had before, because I was a left below knee unilateral amputee, or an LBKA, as some would say, meaning only my left leg was amputated at first. This was my first leg. It is the Filauer Pro XTS, which is actually a very good leg. I was happy with this. I didn't know what I could get out of the leg, to be honest, until toward the end. Toward the end, meaning I had it for a couple of years. Every 3 years, insurance company would pay for a new leg. And I had it for about that time, a little over, when I started to get a little more flex in this part right here. They call it return. You put weight into it, and the spring kind of goes back itself. It's not spring like pogo stick, like some people think. But you do feel the return once you start to put weight into it. It's a little tough at first, because you have to imagine you have fresh cut bone that you're putting your weight on. And it takes some time to get used to the weight on that part of your leg. You know, that part of your leg wasn't meant to be weight bearing, and now it has to be. It works out, things get a little better, but there's a difference. So as I was saying, Filauer Pro XTS for this right here comes with the foot shell, which they all do, most do, but it also comes with this split right here with the big toe, which for some people is a big deal because they like to wear sandals. I don't wear sandals, but it was cool to have. It was a very good leg. Toward the end, when I realized I could get more return by doing research, which you have to do, looking at other legs, I decided to ramp up, I guess. For me. For some, this would be perfect, and for others, they wouldn't even need this, because it's considered a K3 level leg, foot, which is this part right here. Meaning it's someone who's ambulatory. Someone who will change speeds at walking. For the most part, will walk without an assisted device. The idea is to either be there or to reasonably be able to get there, which I can. So that's it. The suspension, or how it's kept on, is this sleeve right up here at the top. What ends up happening is you have a gel liner that goes on your residual limb. You put it on inside out, so the gel part is inside, doesn't move, and it rolls up. At the top, it folds over a little bit, and I'll do another video on this for people who are interested in this foot, but this is just an overview. Fold it over so the gel part is sitting up, and when you put the residual limb in, you fold this up. This has a gel liner as well. Once you fold it up over the other liner, it causes a seal, which locks everything in. When you push down, all the air goes out, no air can come in. Now you have it sealed to your leg. I like it, it's cool, but I ended up switching to what's called a pin lock system, because when you kneel on your knees or you get a small pinhole in this liner, it doesn't work. Air gets in and it doesn't keep that suction And the last thing you need is for your leg to fall off while you're walking. Otherwise, a good leg or a good suspension system. I really didn't have much of a problem with it. I just have kids and I end up on the ground a lot, so I ended up with pinholes, and that just didn't work out for me. The leg I did get, my new legs, because now I'm a bilateral below knee amputee, or double amputee, as some people say. I now have this. As you can see, it has a bigger curve, which gives more return. And this is the All Pro XTS 8-inch, meaning this curve right here is 8 inches. The other leg, the ProFlex, has a curve as well, but it's 6 inches, which is much smaller, as you can see. I mean, you have this curve and this curve. You can see the difference in them. Bigger curve in this one. Oh, one last thing. As far as the ulcer is concerned, the ProFlex, these come with these socks. So this is how it usually, as I'm walking around, it's usually like, it was like this. So you couldn't even see the curve really. But, and these socks are cool. They're very tough. They're in the Kevlar family socks, so you just can't rip through it. And since the foot itself is metal, it can wear through the sock. It can wear through, no, it can't wear through the sock, sorry. It can wear through the foot shell if you don't have the sock on. And these foot shells are expensive. You're looking at least 100, 120 bucks for these foot shells. And there's enough to have to pay for. You don't want to have to do that. So it's a little annoying. As for the new feet, you can see they do not have a sock. No socket here whatsoever. And the reason for that is these feet come with what's called an ambidextrous shell. The other foot shell looks like a foot, it's angled like a foot. This is not. It almost looks like almost a shoe on the foot. Good thing about this is it has drainage holes. So if I'm in the shower, if I get caught in the rain, or wherever I am, if the foot gets wet, the water drains right through, which is perfect. I love it. The other foot holds water. And these feet aren't highly water resistant, but they're water resistant. This foot is much more water resistant than the other one. The All Pro, I believe, is the IP67 rating, which means it's water resistant up to about 30, 40 feet. For me, that's waterproof because I will not be going 30, 40 feet in the water, but underwater. But it's good. You know, it's good. Just to show, I haven't taken this off before, but I know you can. Here it is. There we go. Right. That's the left. This is what the foot looks like. It's basically a short running blade, as you can see, with a heel. Those running blades are great, but when it comes to walking around with them, they don't have a heel. So there's a whole different type of balance you have to have with that than you do this. If I didn't have this heel, I wouldn't be able to lean back on my foot. So I'm always leaning forward, standing on my toes. If I'm running around, that's great. But when you're walking and relaxing, not good. Which is why this heel comes in perfectly. This makes this a hybrid foot. So you have a little bit of a blade and you have the heel. And that's it. What ends up happening is the other foot shell sits on top. As you move around, the foot moves around inside the foot shell, wearing it down. This is all carbon fiber, very hard. Even the socket, all carbon fiber, except for in here. This is where you have your metal fittings. This foot shell, both of them go on, half and half. They snap on, so you don't need that sock. And as you can see, it has grooves in there. I don't know if you can see it. It has grooves in there, so you can fit this foot right inside the foot shell. And that's it. So, that's it. You got your All Pro, Filauer All Pro XTS 8-inch. Love the foot so far. It's been great. And I'm excited about what I'm going to be able to do. So, there you go. That was my Christmas. See you guys next time.